Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle, in which I'm battling Tiger again, which is also Ryan. You all know him from as Squid Prince from YouTube. He is a fantastic player. You all know the drill. He is one of a kind. He's one of the people that I actually respect greatly. And this is an old battle before I left for my university. I left town and I left my 3DS with me. I know. I had my Wii though, so I kind of covered it up with my PBR battle. So, I just lost 3 turns here, but it appears that no one managed to get their Will-O-Wisps on anyone because I taunted and missed. So this turn I will manage to get a Will-O-Wisp going on that little Rotom thing to get some resist damage going on. And a Volt Switch will take place here, which means that I am at a range of health that is that's not great. I have to recover. And in comes Ursaring, which can be a problem, ladies and gentlemen. And then something unthinkable happens over here. You'll see in a few secs. Okay, he gets the toxic orb activated, and he's a quick feed variant, obviously. And I sent in my Mandibuzz to take a Facade because I'm sure he must have predicted my switch, but I kind of outpredicted him unwillingly or something. But that's kind of funny because I did not expect me, to switch into an Earthquake. So I go for the knockoff to get the Toxic Orb off, just to do some damage and stuff. And in my face here comes a Smeargle, which is kind of bad because it manages to set up the Stealth Rocks, but not. It won't be around to set up any sticky webs or anything bad that I'm pretty sure I would not like. And in comes Manectric, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that I really do not want to see. So he pulls a double switch into Rotom because he knows that I'm going to switch into something that can resist Manectric. What resists Manectric is this little fella over here, and this Swampert is one of the I actually bred this little guy in my Pokemon Ruby games, but that was before I got into IV breeding and stuff. I knew about EVs, but I didn't know about IVs that well. So this Swampert is pretty much imperfect, but it has some sentimental value, and that is why it also made its way to my team, and it does fantastically. I know I bashed its Mega Evolution, but come on, give me a break. Come on. I know you're going to be like, oh, you're going to hate the Mega and stuff, but I'm still picking Swampert, which means I'm going to pick Mega Swampert. Don't ask me why and how, but I'm still going to go through with it. So Will-O-Wisp goes off. I was thinking to miss there, but no, unfortunately, no mishaxes whatsoever. And I'm like, okay, I have the Heat Wave on this thing. I can kill Rotom. And ladies and gentlemen, after the burn goes off, I realize something, that the luck is not with me today because I miss a Heat Wave. I just fell in 10% chance of missing, and yes, I just missed, because if I had Lightning Rod on this thing, I could have had a special attack boost, and I could have gone for a Thunderbolt or something to kill shit. And in comes this Mr. Feather thing. I'm like, haha, what the... Oh, right, yeah. It has no guard. It is a Scarf set, which means that he outsped my Zapdos, which is a timid nature, max speed. So I'm going to send in Swampert here and scare him off because he has nothing he can do to Swampert and he has to switch out. So what I'm going to do here is he's going to send in his Rotom, which gives me an opportunity to set up my Stealth Rock. No fear, no problem, nothing to worry about. So yeah, I guess this is how it goes. So pretty much there's not much going on here in these turns of the battle because he's kind of burned. I'm kind of, yeah. So we all know how it goes. So yeah, he gets the Will-O-Wisp on me, which isn't the greatest thing in the world because I really wish that I wasn't burned here. And I go for a Waterfall just to see how much it'll do, and it does pathetically nothing. But thankfully the burn is going to be able to whittle it down more than the leftovers can restore. So yeah, that's something. I'm going to hang in there, I'm still optimistic about things. So he switches out his Rotom, which means that he's going to send out something that I won't really enjoy at all, actually. So it takes some Stealth Rocks damage, and the good thing about Ursaring is also its weakness. If you take advantage of the quick feet, you have to give it a Toxic Orb, because a Flame Orb, I don't think it works like the Guts variant, which means that if you do not have Guts, Flame Orb or Burn status will actually halve your attack stat, meaning that you are stuck with a Toxic Orb, which means that you are on a ticking timing clock, which means that you cannot do a whole lot of things. So anyway, he kills my Darmanitan with a Facade, because I was hoping that he would take the bluff for my Scarf, but he knows that I am banded because he watches my battles and he knows my moves. So what I can do here with Sparkles is I can stall some Toxic Poison and whatnot. So he sees that it's kind of stacking up on his Ursaring, and he knows that it is invaluable for later, so he's going to have to switch it out. And in comes the Rotom, which is something that I really wanted to see. It takes Stealth Rock damage. It's not going to do very well because it's burned, and I'm halfway to killing it, so I can go for a what do you call it? I can go for a Nightshade. Why do I keep on forgetting what I say? Okay, so I can whittle it down with a Nightshade, because I'm pretty sure that Rotoms do not have recovery moves. I do not know if they vary with the forms of Rotom, because I'm not that I do not use Rotom that much except for Wash in Showdown. So anyway, he goes for the Volt Switch. I switch into my Swampert, which means that it is a very good switch in, and I actually brought my Swampert here to fish out the Grass type move, because I was expecting to see it. I'm like, okay, where is the Grass type move, Ryan? I know that you wouldn't have a Rotom a Grass type Rotom without a Grass type move. So he goes for the Rain Dance here, meaning that he will kind of boost my Waterfalls here, but not too significantly, because I am burned and he does resist the hit, and Rotoms are bulky as hell. So I predict him to switch out into something. That's why I went for the Earthquake here. And he's not going to do a whole lot of damage, because, come on, Rotom does not care about Earthquakes whatsoever, and even if it did, it would have done neutral damage, so not too much damage. But still, Burn Swampert is pretty much a useless Swampert, actually. So he goes for the Volt Switch. He knows he cannot hurt me. I know I cannot hurt him. So we're basically, it's basically a stalemate here. So I'm going to bring the Sir Rotom down here. I'm going to take it out, and at this range he will die to Stealth Rocks, and the burn plays a very important role here in the game, because if I didn't burn this thing, he would have pretty much screwed me over with this Rotom, because you know how bulky Rotoms can be, and they can be a very good solution in battles. So I go for the Earthquake, predicting a switch into maybe a Ludicolo. Why would I Earthquake Ludicolo? Okay, that was a very stupid move from me. I could have gone for a Waterfall. But the good thing is that at that time, now that I remember it, and it makes sense, okay, he does have something that can abuse the rain later on. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sit and protect Stall to get rid of the rain turns, burn up some turns, and knowing that he cannot do things to me, I cannot do things to him, I'm going to go for the Waterfall and finish the Rotom off. Finally, burn off some rain turns. I can protect next turn, which means that he is most likely going to have to get his hands dirty, and he cannot take advantage of the rain, which means that if he has a Ludicolo in there, yeah, it's not going to be too much of a problem. So in comes Cosmo. I didn't pay attention to his thing, that's why I was guessing, but he does manage to switch in. He has a Toxicroak, which does damage. It does a lot of damage if you kind of ignore it. So he's going to take advantage of the rain to, maybe get some dry skin heals. And the thing with Toxicroak, there you go. I got the rain. Also, that means no poison heal for you, dry skin heals for you. So Toxicroak cannot do a whole lot of damage onto my Swampert, because I do actually have a very good defensive investment. But that was a very powerful Drain Punch, which means I'm dying next turn. And all I can do here is go for an Earthquake. He does have one, which means that I can take advantage of it. But I know it's not going to kill, because my Swampert has a burn already on its back. And, well, I do have Sparkles in the back, but I really wish that Swampert could have gotten a kill here. But it did manage to outstall the Rotom Grass. So I'm going to send in Sparkles because duh, I can get the Will-O-Wisp on it, get some residual damage, and on top of that, half his attack set to nothing. So he's going to send out his strike thing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Mega Manectric is very lethal, and it is something that you should not take lightly because Mega Manectric can be a problem. It packs a very powerful Earthquake, and now that my Swampert is down, he can send this thing and terrorize my team all day long. So the best thing I can do here is whittle it down with a Shadow Nightshade. Sorry, why do I keep on forgetting Nightshade? It's like a classic Gen 1 move. So anyway, he goes for the Intimidate, not that it really matters because come on. He's going to go for the Charge Beam, and it does play a significant role because he gets a special attack boost, which means that I have to get rid of this thing now, meaning like now, as fast as I can. So I know I can kill him with another one, but I don't think that I'm going to be around with my Sableye to tell the tale. But I know that in just like a few turns, if I stall him out of the burn, he is good to go. Mega Manectric will be out of the way, and I really need my Sparkles around. So what I'm going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to sacrifice my Mandibuzz because there's not much I can do. So Thunderbolt is going to go off. I have to sacrifice stuff. I have to fodder things, you know, in order to get rid of them. So a burn, two turns left, and this Mega Manectric is it's history. So it's not something that I really have to worry about right now. And Mandibuzz had the defog, but I do not have my Stealth Rocks entry, so that means I cannot defog things because I need my rocks as well. So he's going to go for a Thunderbolt, meaning that he will obviously kill my Sableye. But no, Sableye takes the hit like a champion, which means that this Manectric is going to go down next turn at the cost of my Sableye this turn as well as my Mandibuzz earlier, which is bad because these things are on my walls and I'm kind of relying on them to do the job because I like to play defensively, we all know that. So anyway, he kills my Sableye, which is not great, but you know, it was a price that I had to pay in order to get rid of the Mega Manectric because these things are fantastically fast and impossibly powerful. So in comes a Scarfer here, so I really need to know what he's going to lock himself into. But luckily for me, I do pack my special Salamence here. This is the one that I used with my Peach Pass back in PBR, and it has the Intimidate, which is very important for this poke. So anyway, he has nowhere to run. And that was my that was the game, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next battle. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. See you next time.